Hope they kick you in the face.
Oh Lord.
All right, hold on.
Corey, you put 2-2-21. This is 3-2-21.
Got it. Got it.
It most certainly is.
Lord.
Got it. Let me I'll fix that.
Corey, you put
I will fix that when I send it out. So y'all need to see what I got left in there. I took that junk out. As soon as I got off of them, I was like, nope.
I'm doing the same thing right now, bro.
Yeah. As soon as I got done with them, I was like, nah. They said they don't even know if it's gonna take months. I was like, yeah, let me make that switch. So this morning goal was called around let's go back to the 15. We called it around 8:45. Let me say, yeah, it was this candle. This, we obviously should have waited a little. We would have saw this, and we would have got our entry. We would have got off of this candle or this candle because this gave us a good clean entry right here for this, and we wouldn't have been in this drawdown. We ended up being in drawdown about 60 pips. Yep, 69, 70 pips on that, but that's okay. If you pop right here, where we told you to pop, you would have been up 70 pips, plus you would have caught the rest of this move right here, which would have gave you, the whole trade, right? But that's cool. It didn't happen like that, and that's all right. Because we still closed that out in profit. And like the reasoning for this was because if you look at the 4 hour, the reason why the buy was called, I wish I had looked at this a little sooner because look, there go our entry. And guys, I got some people that are on the call as guests today. They were in the at the event this weekend, and they had I went over the strategy, and they were like, "Yeah, man, we gotta get on this, right?" So everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your first time, how many people this is first time? Drop 777. Drop some sevens. Drop some sevens. Drop some. So nice. That's what's up, man. Who was on the call earlier this morning? I know Michelle was. Is it Anna or Michelle? Because I'm seeing it both. Or can I just use either Anna or Michelle? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, she was on. I know she caught some pips. I think a couple other people were on. I know you caught a lot of pips today. But if you were at, if you're on the team, you already know what I'm looking at right here, right? You already know. Got the vector set up right here. Impulse candle, right? There's an impulse candle. If you missed the entries down here, this would have been, what is this? Roughly around 50% right here. And there was the sniper entry right there, but we didn't catch it. I still think this is going to go to 1760, but it hit the main target, which was 1740. So yeah, that 1740 is a good, so I already kind of closed this one. I think we're gonna come back down, and I think we'll get another entry on this if it's gonna go. But that's cool. So that was gold. And then we took multiple trades on SPX. Let me see. So multiple trades on SPX. So initially this morning, right, we saw it buying, right? And that was based off of the 4 hour this morning. What we had right here, we pay attention to our 4 candles, right? We had a wick rejection candle during London. We had an impulse candle during pre-New York. And this was our New York candle, right? So what we do, right? We're looking for the buy. We got a victor, right? Even though the 4 hour didn't give us an alert right here, we got it on the 1 hour right there. Sometimes you'll see that we still got a vector right here. So it's okay because we still actually got a vector. And this is a multiple candle vector right here. Really, it kind of started right around here, but it's a little ugly, but we still got it right here. And we got the initial buy from here at this area, but we caught it up here, right? And we caught it up here around, let me see. The first buy we caught was, I can't remember. I think it was right around here. And we bought here because the futures, right? At the time, the futures were sitting like right around going positive. They were like negative slightly, but they were going back and forth between positive and negative, right? So what do we do when we see that? We got to be careful because when it's like slightly negative or slightly positive and it's at one of these levels, it could go in either direction, right? And you don't want to like marry a direction because when you do that, we could have been getting in a buy and it sold and stayed in the buy with the impression that it was going to keep going, right? But we didn't do that. Or we could have been in a sale and it just bought up, with the impression that it was going to keep selling off, right? So you got to make sure that you monitor this. And that's why you always see me like, copy this. You'll see me copy this and I'll drop it on my chart, right? And I don't know where it pasted. Like that's why you always see me doing this, so I can like monitor like what's the difference in between, right? So at 727, everything was green, right? Everything green. And Dow Jones is at 68. NAS is at 10.5. NASDAQ is at 48, right? When the next time I check this, I'll know that from the time that we first posted this at 727, 68, 10.5, 48. When I go back to it, you'll see that there's a change, either positive or negative, right? So that's what I'm doing when you see me do that. I'm just keeping a track because if I don't, I can't go back and see what it was 5 minutes ago. So I just like to kind of keep a track of that. So
how do you put your the future markings on your chart like that, Corey?
what do you mean?
To your top right corner, how do you put that on your chart actually?
Right here, ticks.
Ticks. Oh, it's on the left side. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right here. And then
Okay.
I'll just copy, paste. Actually, let me do it like this. 'Cause I always be like, you know, always get it, keep it's moving all the time. So I'm gonna just do this like this with the anchor tick, right? So that's it right there. So I always want to keep an eye on what's going on with them, right? Like you saw me do before. And you'll see me when I trade, I always have NAS, US30, SPX, because I want to pay attention to what each of them are doing. And NAS more importantly, which I don't have up right now, but I'm gonna come back to that. And so the buy, like I said, at the time, it was near this high, which would have been around 7 when we got on, 7:30, around that time. We got this impulse candle that pushed up with the numbers at the time. They were slightly negative, about to turn positive. Dow Jones had turned positive. So that was like, okay, we need to buy, right? So we got in the buy. You can see off the 15. We had the break and retest set up, right? We're gonna trade the break of 3,900. We got an entry at 38.95, clean entry right here. 50% of this candle. The impulse candle that was pushing us back up right here. It's right here. We got our entry and we went on that buy. We went 104 pips and we started taking partials along there because we saw this rejection. It actually went like 111, right? We closed out on that one, right? What happened? This started to turn negative, right? This started to turn negative, and we got this impulse candle to the downside, right? So this started to turn negative. We got an impulse candle to the downside, and we also had another vector forming, right? Another vector forming. So this gave us, another setup. We had to change our position, right? We had to change what we were looking for because all things lined up with us going in the opposite direction. So those pips were bad, you know. We missed this first move down right here just because it wasn't clear still that was going to go that way. So let's get rid of the buy. And then we waited for, this was the 945 candle. And this 945 candle gave us a little, it was playing around. So we had to wait for the 10 o'clock candle because this candle dropped and then pushed right back up. I actually thought we had missed the entry because if you look at this, same approach, 50%, right? This candle, 50% entry would have been right here. So I thought we missed it. But knowing that this was, like I told you guys, knowing that when this candle opened up, it dropped all the way down here first, right? Didn't have a wick on the top, right? And when it didn't have a wick on the top and it started to push back up, it started to push back up at the end of the candle, right? Which was the 15-minute candle, right? So around, this was the 945 candle, around 950, 955, it was down here and then it just started pushing back up, 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 right? So you actually want to see that happen when you are looking for a bearish candle, right? You want to see that at the end of the candle, end of the time frame of the candle, just like this, like what? Look at this candle right now. If this is a bearish candle, right? The first thing that it did was slightly push down, right? And then it immediately pushed up, right? If this is a bearish candle, it's going to reject somewhere around here, but this is a bullish candle. So the first thing you want to see out of a bullish candle is you want to see it go down first, pick the buyer up, and then go up, right? You want to see that it pushes down. Let's look at a 1 minute chart right quick so you can see it even better and quicker, you know? So if I'm looking for this to break, right? I wish I could fast forward it. Let me see what the 3 second count chart candles look like. All right. I don't know if this is gonna give it. All right, cool. See how this pushed down and then the next pushed up. Oh, it's too fast. Let's look at 15-second candles. I want this to go up. No candles. Wick, right? You saw how it went down, wick, and then push up, right? That's what you want to see. Go down, up, reject. Down, reject. And now you want to see the blast up just like that candle just did. So this is going to keep going up. The next candle, bam. Now it should go down, reject, down, reject, down, reject, and now push. Okay. Now push up. Now push up. All right, then let me do it. We are looking at 15-second candles though. So this gonna be choppy already. So let me see. What does a 30-second candle look like? Right, this is going down. So open up first, then it squeeze down and push down, right? So that worked in the opposite, right? That worked in the opposite of it. We saw it open up, push up, reject. But anyway, that's another session. But once you see something like that, right, where you see that this candle around the 10 o'clock, if it starts to push back up and we are bearish, this should open up, push up like it did, and give us a wick on the top side, right? That's where we got our entry from, right? I think we even got another entry around here because it was still kind of pushing around, but got the first entry at 38.99, and we had a sell stop at 38.94. Once it pushed up here, we dropped down, and then when we got on Kim's session, her trade was at 38.92. 38.92. Right. So we had 3 trades fired off on this on this sell, and we dropped, right? We went 255 on that, right? Overall, and then I think this one was TP2. I think that was here. I think it was here, yeah, like 75. So that's TP2 right here. 160, 255, and then the other one. Another short was at 94. So the other one was at 94. And we went all the way down on this one. So and we had a buy situation over here, which I told everybody to scratch, but it wasn't ready. But it actually, if I don't know if anybody held it. If you got in it and held it, it actually did buy. It just wasn't ready at the time when I was giving it, when I was going over it. It was based off of this candle right here, which was giving us the higher low. We did have the vector, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 candle vector, right? But it just wasn't ready, right? So that's okay. Sometimes that happens. But we did end up getting it right here off of this low. This would have been your entry candle right here. If you took that trade, you would have got the 50% entry right here. There's your weak entry. There's just TPs and everything hitting and busting through those right there. Right. So that's what happened today. That's what happened today. Right now, you know, I don't trade during this time, so I don't have anything at the moment. I'm waiting to see how London, but if you notice, we just basically just went sideways. This is a high, this is a low, and now we just ranging. So we are going to have to see what the 4-hour tell us to do, because at the moment we don't have a, from the first till now, we don't have an actual direction. We trading inside of a range that's about 450 pips. 450 pips. So we don't really have anything that we can say for sure that it's going to do. Right. I was still in this trade for the sell, but I got wicked out when it came back up on one of these candles, but it's all good. We'll get back in there. We'll get back in there.
So Corey, I have a question about that. So I did the same thing. I got out before it actually wicked me out. But I got back in later on in the afternoon. Do you mind going to the back to the 15-minute chart?
Yeah, show me your chart. Let me make sure you can share.
Oh my God, you gotta judge me because I have way too many lines.
It's all good, bro. I'm gonna need to see that chart though. I'm gonna need to see that chart, bro. Let me make.
Oh my God.
Ain't that many people on here. Stop being scared.
Right.
No, you really gonna judge me. Oh my God. Okay, whatever.
I actually told you the last time we was on, I was about to put you on the spot.
Man, okay, here we go.
You the one I'm picking on right now though, so it's cool because it's gonna be some other people next. Because I need to make sure y'all getting this.
Don't judge me on my lines, please.
All good.
So I do have a lot of lines. What I'm noticing is that just basically, and this kind of me just studying and back testing, is that a lot of times when we have certain like sell entries or, you know, your break, your sell, your buy zone, your sell zone, we break that, it's like price always come back to it. And so I've just been keeping it just for my study notes, which I'm probably going to have to clear this off at some point. Because it's starting to overwhelm me because I don't like a lot of lines on my chart. I'm such an accountant, so I don't like all this. So
Yeah.
but it's just made it very interesting now because I remember always seeing Kim's and I'm like, oh my gosh, why Kim got so many lines on her chart? But now I kind of see why when you visually start to see price always come back. But anyway, one of the things,
Keep two different charts.
What do you mean two different charts?
You see this right here?
This line right here?
No, you see where I just highlighted? I just drew a, can you see that?
I don't know. I can't see it for some reason.
You can't see my annotation?
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Okay, click that. Click on new chart layout. Oh, you got the free one. Okay, never mind.
Well, I just use the bonds. I like mine though, because sometimes he's in it and it kicks me out. So we'll figure that out.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me tell you how you can get around it. If you got the free one and you want to make sure that you got two different charts, go to your watch list right here.
Mm-hmm.
Go right there. Type in SPX. Okay. So the one you're going to trade from is going to be Rwanda. Right?
Okay.
The one you'll keep to keep all your lines and stuff on, type in S&P 500.
Oh, S&P.
Yeah, S&P. Yeah, okay. You might have to put a space in between that.
This.
Not right there. Between the 500.
Between 500.
Yeah. Okay. Go to which one? Scroll down. Dang, where is it? Which one I used for the other one? I use forex.com. Type in USSP 500. Yep, that put backspace that, put a space in between S and P, the SP and the US.
Oh, S.
US SP 500. And go to add the one that says forex.com.
Oh, this one right here?
Yep. All right. So that one, you know, the numbers are slightly different, but you keep one that's a clean chart, one that's
nice.
Another one.
Nice.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Go back and then the other one at the top. Yeah, there you go.
Yay. Thank you for showing me that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was being a little greedy, but the setup was just too perfect. I saw it come back to the same price where you originally got in at. It rejected. I even went to the hour and saw it rejecting. And so I got in the 15-minute on this candle and wrote it down in here. And I was like, man, is it going to come down again? But it created a higher low right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, let me just jump out. And it's because it pulled back up and next thing you know, it flew back down. I was like, oh man, really?
Yeah.
So how do you know if it's going to really continue like that? Because I think even earlier, we went back to the higher time frame around like the hour and the 4 hour, and it was never creating that low.
Right. It hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, man, I want to stay in. Yeah. But again, it came all the way back up to our entry, and I wanted to avoid getting wicked out again.
Go back to 15. Okay. So you see this area that you were talking about, right? Right here, right? You never got one of these. You see the difference? It started to wick. right here.
Oh, shoot.
But we didn't get an impulse candle on this candle at all. So what's your justification to get out, right? It never gave you that. So because you never got an impulse move to the upside, then you stay in the trade. You never got the impulse move. We didn't get an impulse move until when? Right here. And that's already the full length of the trade right here.
Right.
From this point to here. We already good at that point. So it's like, why would I get out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was going to try to take it, like you said, ride it all the way out to Friday.
Yeah. I wanted to do that too.
And I saw it happen again. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a perfect setup again.
Yep.
But then I got nervous and scared right here. And I was like, you know what? Let me stop being greedy and let me just get out.
Yep. That's all it is. That's all it was. And you see how this was our first impulse candle, which was like, okay, we might buy right here. It didn't happen. But then this came around right here, gave it to us right here to buy it up right there. But I didn't call it, and I was already we were already getting off the call at that point.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Cool beans.
I thought the impulse candles was supposed to be larger than that.
That you want them to be that way, but if they aren't, it's okay if you want to try to get that sniper entry, right? I want to see it on the 4 hour, right? All of me wants to see it the most on the 4 hour. But when you're looking for those really, really sniper entries, that's what the 15 minute is going to give you. And if you wasn't sure about it, you had the same situation on the 1 hour that happened right here. There's your impulse candle. This would have been your entry right here. So if the 15 minute wasn't strong enough for you, where the buy, that buy would have came right here, 50% would have been right here around this area. What this does is it puts you closer to where the stop loss should be, right? So if this 50% right here, your stop loss would have only had to be right here at 70 pips. Your target would have been back where it came from, right? You would have been now 3 to 1, 3.2 to 1, right? And let's actually measure this so we can see exactly where it would have been, right? You would have had spot on, right? Your entry would have been here. And if you take that entry, you only went in drawdown. Let's see. Let me go back. Right here. That's the candle you enter on. You would have only been in drawdown 11 pips. So your actual risk reward would have been 20 to 1 on that trade. The first time you would have got an impulse candle would have been, you would have got one right here, but I probably would have still held this because I don't have any exhaustion. I don't have a vector right here. So this kept pushing up. I don't get a vector set up to around here and an impulse candle until here. So I would have been riding this all the way back up to this 3,900 area right here if I had got in on this buy, right? Got it, Miss Tate? Okay. Okay. And Miss Tate, you were asking me about the monthly and the 4 hour lines.
Yeah, I was asking you about when I mark up my charts.
Okay.
Because like I was noticing noticing the charts right now. If you take a clean chart and mark it up with the monthly, the 4 hour, the hour, and the 15 minutes, that's what we have to have, right?
Yeah, yeah. You want me to do it real quick for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey Corey, before you do that right quick, do you remember I think it was last week or the week before last when you were talking about order blocks? Is that it?
Where?
You know, where Miss Tate just asked if that was an impulse candle. I think I might be saying it wrong.
You talking about right here?
No, that's not what she said the impulse candle was. And
No.
now I've missed it. Darn. I think it's a little bit more to the right. I
Over
think
here?
yeah, there.
No,
No, the one to the left.
this one.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
No,
No. Okay.
this isn't. But like I told you, this don't leave that alone for now. I'll go
Okay.
back and I'll give you guys a clearer explanation on that. But that one's not it. This is
Okay.
the one right here. This is a bullish order block right here.
Okay.
But I'll just show you what it is. But I don't want you to start trying to look for those right now.
Okay.
This is a bearish order block right here. Because I don't want you to look at this yet because it's going to take more than me showing you what it is for you to understand it. So you're not going to worry about that one. Okay.
Okay.
Let's look at GJ mistake.
Okay.
So we're going to clear everything off.
And you're recording this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
We don't need any indicators. Don't hide all this stuff. So we just got a blank chart, right?
Okay.
And monthly.
Wait, real quick, just before you start, since you like cleared out the whole chart and you're gonna start all over, when you're finished, can you show us how to do the high and the low lines that you had that
Of
kind of
course.
goes with the trend,
Yeah,
please?
that's just an indicator. Yeah, that's just an indicator, but I got you. Okay, so I'm also going to show you some tips too that you can use, right? So this will be like a little advanced trading view lesson too, low key.
Mhm.
So we're going to hide all of this. We're going to leave. We already hid all of this, right? I'm a little of a neat freak, so I got to have stuff like in order, right? So I want to know, like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in my low, right? So this area right here, if we looking at the monthly, and these are monthly candles, right? Let me just drop it. Now, there's a couple ways you can look at this, right? Monthly, most recent high on the monthly is right here, right? Or right here, right? This little rejection area, right? The
That's
last
the
time,
monthly.
yeah, last time we had another level was right around here, right? So we actually just broke the monthly, or we're breaking the monthly high right here, right? We've had to come to the,
Why isn't it that red candle?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show
Okay.
you. So in this case, we're going to need to add more than just 2 levels. Normally, I just add in 2 levels and keep it moving. But in this case, because we're about to break this on the monthly, I need to add in an extra one, right?
Mhm.
Also, this is the most recent low on the monthly, right? And this is the most recent area of rejection on the monthly, right? We know that because it broke this area right here, This is the last high right here on the monthly time frame. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is the last high that was made on the monthly right here. Where do we have the impulse candle? It broke it right here. So this is our monthly low right here, which we're way, way, way far away from, right? All the reason why we got to add another level is because we already know, normally this would be it for me, normally, right? And if I wanted to, I could leave it like this, right? I could, but because I know that it's about to break this, I'm going to go ahead and lower this to line up with these wicks that are over here and these candles that are over here. This is where we got the most touches. I could even lower it to right here if I want to, right? Just wherever I got the most touches, right? So if I start from here, look left, all these wicks, these bodies, these candles, this body, these candles, all touching this, right? So I'm breaking this monthly, right? And it just so happened that this monthly, I'm gonna round this up. I'm just gonna round this up to 150, right? Just to make it an even number, right? So the reason why I'm not just leaving it at 2 lines is because if it breaks out of here, you're gonna wanna see it go to the next monthly high, which is over here, right? And it's gonna put you in the new zone right here, where you'll be looking to trade from this. This will become your monthly low, and that'll become your new monthly high, right? So we're gonna go ahead and label this, right?
So, so the one all the way over to your left, that red candle. So that's not in this year. That's in November. I noticed where you went. It doesn't make any difference what year it's in.
No, ma'am.
You're just looking for the monthly.
That's
Because
correct.
when you take your cursor over there, that's that right there, that one.
Mhm.
Oh, that's February the 1st, 2018.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's not gonna it'll make a difference.
No, that's fine. That you want to see this because the longer the time, the stronger the zone.
Okay.
The fact that we haven't came back over here is great because that means that once it gets up here, it's gonna take some, some time to break this because nothing's been back here since 2018. And then if we look to the left right here, this is 2016. The last time it broke this was 2016, and it came back up to here, and it hasn't been back up there until, it still hasn't been back up here. And then when we made this high right here in 2019, right? It never came, it came back once, and then that was in the end of 2019, and they rejected it, right? And then from December 2019 until now, we finally got back over here February 1st, 2021. So now that's why this area is important, because if this is going to keep going, it's going to have to cleanly break through this area right here. It's going to have to cleanly come above this, and it pretty much has. It pretty much has broke it, and this pretty much retest. Now we want to see it push up through these wicks right here. So that's what we want to look for. And there's some other ways you can look at this where I could just say, okay, cool. This was the last rejection right here. And I can make this tighter, right? That was the last rejection. I can get rid of you, or I'll leave him. And then I could pull him down to say, okay, cool. Now this is a monthly, right? But we don't want to do that because we want to get key areas, pivotal areas. These same levels that I got right now, they'll become more important as we go to the lower time frames. So let me put you guys back. All right. So this will be monthly rejection. Okay, that's too big. I need to change that. Yeah. Monthly rejection. And then this is the new monthly high. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So we got all our monthlies. And if you want to like clean some of your charts up, right? These are the lines that I drew, right? Don't pay attention to indicators and this right here. But these are the lines that I just drew. If you right click on this and then create a drawing group, a group of drawings, you can just say, rename this GJ monthly, right? Hit enter. You just drag him inside of that. And now, if you get to a point where you got a lot of lines all over your chart, you're gonna come to the object tree, right? That's where this is found, right? Object tree is this little thing right here, right? You come over here, open up the object tree, you add in your drawings that you're gonna do for the monthly, go right here, create a folder, or you can right click on the actual line that you want to do this for and do create a group of drawings. And then you can rename it by just double clicking on it. So now, if I don't want to see all these lines on there, I can just come over here, hide those, and it'll hide everything that's in that folder at one time. And I can lock these all so they don't keep moving around. And I don't have to go through and look for a bunch of drawings and be trying to find a lot of lines, right? Okay.
But what
Nice.
about the
Thank
monthly
you.
high? What about
Huh?
the monthly high and monthly low? When you lock that, are you locking those types onto those lines? Because mine keep moving. Are you
Locking
locking
them,
those?
locking the
Yeah,
title.
monthly low and monthly reject zone and monthly high.
If
Are
you
you
want,
locking those?
if you want to keep this, like you like the wording, monthly high, monthly low, monthly reject.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to create a template, that's what it is. So
Yeah, I have a template.
yep, that's what this is a template. So I'll go through that again. So let's go to the weekly.
Okay.
We'll go to the
Yeah,
week,
see how it changes?
right? Go to the weekly. What's above here, right? That's what we want to know. So we're gonna take our cursor, go up
Uh-huh.
to this is the highest high, right? What's the next area to the left? This area is the next time I get some real rejection, right? And if I take my cursor and go across this area, what area on this weekly am I getting a lot of touches from? Right around here. Right around here. A lot of touches both directions, right? So guess what? Weekly zone. That's my weekly zone, right? Now, right, I have a weekly zone, right? So, like Ms. Tate was asking, if you want to name this, right, I'm gonna just double click on this weekly. zone. I want to make it look how I want it to look. I don't want it to be bold. I'm gonna come here to template, which you see I already got a lot, but you're just gonna be looking for save as. And we'll
Right.
do weekly zone. I'm gonna
Yeah.
team meeting, right? And I know
Yeah,
that,
that's what I did with my template. I
okay,
just saved a lot of them.
right. All right, so this, we got this. I like this to be the weekly and the monthly rejection zone. So I don't think I'm gonna add another low. Yes, I will. I'll use this. I'll use this. It's gonna be our weekly low, right? Right here. And why did I do that? Because I went to where price is, look down to the left. This is the next area of rejection, right? So this is the weekly low. Right? And just like I drew these two lines, I'm gonna right click on this, create a group of drawings. I'm going to rename this DJ Weekly. Hit enter. This is also another line. I'm gonna add this in there. And now GJ Weekly is off. If I want it back on, it's back on. Now I can lock it, right? So we done with the weekly, we done with the monthly. Let's go to the daily, right? The daily looks like we don't have to go too far. This is our next area of rejection right here. Most recent rejection area, right? I'll even just bring it down a little bit. Nah, I like it right here. All right. Daily zone right there. Already ready to go. We don't have a low, right? We can use this weak rejection right here, or we can let's just clean that up. Let's unlock this monthly. And instead of adding in a new daily, we'll just slide him on down. And then we'll annotate this to say monthly/daily. Monthly rejection zone/daily low. There you go, right? Got them both covered, right? And then what's the important part about this is you always want to keep price basically in between a high and a low, always. That's the way you want to always look at price. Always want to look at price like that, right? Now, same thing, creates drawing group, rename it, GJ daily, hit enter, lock it, it's done. You don't have to worry about that. Now we're gonna go to 4 hour, find our 4 hour zone. We already at a 4 hour zone right now. Highs right here, all this right here. I already got a template for this. Got it added. This is 48,091. That's 48,200. Looks like we need to add another zone right around here in this area. So again, what am I gonna do?
So you just keep moving it up from the side over there where the prices are, to keep
Yes,
opening up those lines.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because I don't see the monthly high anymore.
Nope, you're not gonna see it. This is gonna be my next 4-hour zone right here. I'm good on the 4-hour. Create the group. Go ahead and drag him in there. Then we'll rename it GJ 4-hour. Enter. Done. Lock them. All right. Now we're going to the 1 hour. I usually don't go less than that though. So now, if I'm going to look at this, this is going to be my 1 hour zone right here. Right here around 80. Let's just put it in between these right here. So I'll go right here. 1 hour. 1 hour zone. And now you got your setup. Now you got your setup already good for a GJ trade. If you want to take a GJ trade, 1 hour chart, enter. Now we got a bunch of space between this 4 hour and this daily, right? And
Right.
then we got a bunch of space between this 4 hour and this monthly / daily, right? Cool.
Right.
Now let's get our targets, right? Now we're gonna get our targets. And how we're gonna get our targets are, we're going to look at where price is right now. Take your cursor up to the left. Where is the first time we get some rejection, right? It's right around here, but I don't like that. That's just a wick. So I'm gonna go up a little higher. I start getting rejection at this wick and in this area, all this line up right here. My first target is gonna be right here. That's my first target. Now, my next target, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my cursor. I'm just gonna go up, right? Where do I see rejection, right? Right here. But if I look down, I also see some rejection right here too. And then if I look at this area, a lot of touches happen around here. So guess what? It's my next target right there. If it goes up after this, from this area, where do I see rejection from? Right around here, right? And also around here, I know I got this wick and I also see these wicks. And guess what? I also see that these wicks are rejected around there. So guess what? That's my next target. And you're gonna keep doing this until you get to the next major zone. That's gonna be the daily, right? But for now, the targets that we got right now give us a trade that puts us at 60 pips, 65 pips. That's about what you're gonna get out of GJ, but that's okay. You know, that's all good. We can either we can leave that like that, you know, and or we can keep breaking it down even further. So if it does just so happen to go up higher, we can keep going, right? But let's just say if it breaks above this, we're gonna be looking for the overall target right here, right? So create another group, rename you GJ targets. What's today's date? 3/2/21. Right? So those are targets for the day, for this trade, right? Lock them. All right. Now for the sell, right? So we would be selling out of this, off of this 4 hour zone. I mean, we'd be buying out of this 4 hour zone above this. We would be selling out of this 1 hour zone, right? We already got one target. So let's actually drop the template on this. Sell break right here. Note it, 1 hour zone.
So the 1 hour zone is always going to be sell, and the 4
No.
hours is going to be full going up.
No, it just happened to be that way in this case.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. No, it'll change every so often. 4 hours on for the buy. We'll be
Mhm.
looking to trade to, since we got our sell right here, the first area we already got a target. That's this 4 hours on right here, right?
Mhm.
So we know that that's target one. And now we want to take our cursor, go down. Where do we have more rejection? Right over here. So we already got this target right here. That's target two, right? Taking our cursor down below, we got a lot of rejection right here.
Mhm.
Got some more rejection right here. We got some more rejection right here, more rejection right here. I like that
Mhm.
area as the next target right here, right? And then could we break this down some more? Yes, we could. But why, right? We got 1, 2, 3 targets. And if it breaks below that, we know we're shooting for this monthly rejection, right? So that's all of our targets for that. So if we look at this trade from the sell break, that trade has the potential to go 77.3 pips. This one has the potential to go overall 118 pips if it goes back to this daily high. So now let's drop you in this target right here. You go in the targets right there. This is what GJ would look like, right? So that is how you do it. That is how you do it. You'll be looking for the breakout for the buy from here to here overall, but you just want to lock in to this point.
Mhm.
You'll be looking for the sell from here to here for sure, but you want to go to this point. You want to go to that point. So that's what you're going to look for. This is a good trade setup. So let me drop this chart for y'all. Copy. GJ.
And you just put TP 1s, 2, and 3, or you don't have to put them there. You just
If you looking to get in the advance, yes, you need to put them there.
that's what I'm talking about. To get in advance.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you want to get in advance, you need to annotate where you're going to sell, the numbers you're going to sell from TP1, TP2, and TP3.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And
Thank you,
then
Tor.
no problem. Object tree. Let's drop this on there. And there too. Okay. Now I'm gonna hide this. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. So now we got our blank chart again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to know about how we look at it from the higher high, higher low perspective, right? So for one, the indicator is higher high, higher low dash live. That's the one you want to use. There's going to be some other ones. I think Kim uses a different one. Um, Kim uses a different one, but the one that is the better one is this one. And higher high, higher low live, and it's by this person, Lonesome, the blue. Right now it has 1066 likes. Um, and you can even read up on this. It goes over how to do this, how to use it, and what everything means. It's a dope indicator. He explains with a lot of examples, which I've already read all this stuff um, in here. Um, so yeah, you can read the comments, all that kind of stuff, which is stuff I already done. Um, Yeah. So
Where did you get that from?
uh
Oh,
if go to
okay. Who was that guy? Who
the
was that
guy
guy?
that created it is this person, the
Oh,
loans,
Lonesome.
but that don't matter. But that's just to show you that this is the one that you need to use.
Okay.
And then when you add it, I would also suggest adding in the pivots too. That's what these little green numbers are, or yellow numbers. That indicator is the pivot points high, low. I would suggest adding that. And
Oh,
when you add that, you need to go into the settings of the higher high, higher low indicator. And you need to make sure that you check show support resistance. That's where those little dots are going to come from. Okay?
And so you would just mark up your chart using the little dots?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. Naomi, you be looking for them cheat codes, man.
I really do. And
You always do. I be noticed you be slick looking for them cheat codes. I
I
be
was just about to ask you, how to do it using the Fibonacci. I've been trying to do that.
you be trying to find them cheat codes, bro. I ain't gonna show you. One day I'll show you how to do it with the fibs, but I ain't gonna show you until I know you know how to do it without it.
Can I just have a screenshot of your settings?
Yep. You got it, or do I need to screenshot it? Right? You got it, right?
Yeah, I got it. But can I have a screenshot of your Fibonacci?
My fib.
Like your settings? Yeah, your settings. Because like you see how when you do your fibs, it has the 50%, the 70%, it's like written out. So when you do that at settings, so can I have a screenshot of that, please?
I got a couple. So this is the fib that I use for entries, but I have another one that I actually use. So this one, these are the fib settings right here. And then, and you want to make sure that the levels are percent instead of value, and labels right, middle, or however you want to do that part. And then I don't put a background. Like most people, their fibs come with this little color stuff on there, like this or however it is. Something like this right here. But I don't have a background on it. I just remove the background.
You
But
say you have two separate fib settings?
yeah, this fib setting is just for entries. And then this is for when I'm actually measuring impulse moves. Right here. So that's this. And it's the same thing. I don't have the background. Got it all the way down. And then I have the percent, levels on percent, and then labels in right and in the middle. And that's going to give you the percents, and it's also going to give you the price at the lowest. Cool beans?
Wow, I just had a purple cloud. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. And then no.
Can I do that screenshot too?
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate it.
Also, what's the difference? Why do you use two different ones? Like I know one is for impulse candle and one is for entries, but why the difference?
Because I don't need all of the numbers for my entries, because I'm looking for certain price levels um, at the when I'm using the entries versus the default. If I'm using this one, right, I'm looking for my entry. Once I get at 50% right here to this level right here, 786. And my stop loss is usually going to be at the 100. My target is going to be these levels right here. 100, 0, -27, 618, 100. On most of my trades, I'm always looking for at least the -618. Most of them, right? So if we go back to SPX, like when everybody asks me like what the target is, I don't ever know because I'm always looking at the maximum or the move. I'm always looking for the big move, right? So if we look at what we had on SPX for the sell, and we go to the 15-minute where we entered on, and where did we enter? Over here. This is the candle we measured for our move, right? Show you this candle, right? Our entry 50%, which was not the exact entry, but it's around where we were looking, right? We got in when we saw it do what we were expecting it to do. I haven't even showed my team why I use those two yet. So that's a good question. So if we
because it's a kill zone, ain't it?
Huh?
They use that mainly because it's a kill zone, ain't it?
Nope. I mean, that has something to do with it, but like I was saying, like, so this is my 50% entry right here. Once I'm at this area, I'm looking for price to trade. Let me hide some of this stuff. We don't need this indicator right now. We don't need this right now. And we don't need you right now. Okay. Entry right here is where we're looking. So like today's call, we had price trade above this 50%. That's the light bulb when you should be looking for your sell. And up from really from this area at the 50 up to the 786, that's where you should be looking for the entry. We got our impulse candle, measured that candle right here, just this candle, the only candle, because it's the candle that's starting to push us down, right? Once I get that candle measured and I got my entry, that's target 1, that's target 2, that's target 3, that's target 4. That's a symmetrical move. That's what I'm looking for. And what happens, right? I hit target 1, no problem. Hit target 2, no problem. Because this is where we actually entered in right here. Right? So let me slide this over just a little bit. Right? So now you can see it a little better. This is the candle we actually entered on right here. And we could have even entered in on this candle too, but we entered in on this candle. Once we got our entry, right? We easily hit target 1 right here. Body No drawdown, no impulse back in the opposite direction right there. That's target 2, 3, and 4 with no problem. And then also what you'll notice is when you do it like this, right? You're looking for this max pips, right? We even got to ride this down lower because we were in still around here, around 255 is when we got out, right? Just to show you again, same thing in the opposite direction. We see this move, this is the impulse that we're gonna use right here, right? There's our 50%. If we take this candle, right? 0, target 1, 2, 3, 4. No problem at all. We even got to ride this up all the way back to where we started.
Time out right quick. So I know something that would have confused me is because we got that big red candle at the bottom. That candle, the blue candle beside it, looked like it retraced 50% of that candle or more than that. Would that have not been for continuation for itself?
This one?
Yeah, and the one beside it. So how do we know to measure that next candle, which is not the same size or bigger?
Watch this. Turn back on our indicator. What's this right here?
The higher low?
Right. So, because we got higher low, what should we be looking for?
Reversal.
Yep.
But my thing is on the 15th, because we on the 15-minute time frame, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's been so many times I looked at that, and that thing kept on going down, bro.
That's true. That's absolutely true, which is why I wasn't calling this buy. And when we got in right on this candle, because it did it, right? While we were on this session, I was like, yeah, we're going to look for a buy, right? We're going to look for a buy. And I called a buy. I didn't even call a buy. I didn't have a chance to, but I was looking for it right here, right? 50% was, let me see. So even today, like we got a 50% of this impulse candle right here. At the time, this higher low, matter of fact, let's go to the replay. Let's go to the replay so you can see exactly what happened, right? Go ahead and play. That candle happened. We got a higher low right there, right? We already started to get a vector right here. So now we look and say, all right, vector form right here, right? Completed, because we already had the vector setting up, right? One candle, a lower low, a lower low. This candle is the impulse candle. So we've got the fibs on it. We measured it, right? The next candle open up around here. We want to see it drop first as low as the 70. 786 is the extreme most right here. This would have been our stop loss. It never comes near this, right? And then we would have been looking for our entry, right? Okay, comes all the way to the 786. All the way to the 786, right? But depending on where you enter from, you entering from this, you want to see your entry from the 618 down to the 786. You can't enter on the 50, but you at least want to see. I showed y'all how you actually entered earlier, but you kind of want to look at it a little different, right? But even if you took this buy and you were wrong about it, right? Because of where we're entering, right? Let's say worst case, let's say best case scenario, you enter in at the 786, right? That's sniper entry right there, right? If you trade back to the zero, that's still 100 pips. 106 if you get back to the zero. And you'll notice on the next candle, we actually came pretty close to that, right? So
Mhm.
if we hit play, you know, right? Um, this, well, you can't see it, but let me go back. You can't see it on here. It doesn't show you because of the candle. Let me go back and to this candle and then go to the 5 minute, because that's probably where you'll be able to see what really happened, right? So let's hit play. So we got the low made right there. And then the next candle drops. Well, one of these next candles, you'll see it drop down in this area and it pushed up, right? So we wouldn't have been entering until over here somewhere, right? Because that's when it gave us the setup, right? So this candle comes down, give us the entry right here, right? And if we take the entry right here, from this point, we already up 60 pips. So what's gonna happen after that? What happened after
Hey,
that?
partial release.
Exactly. Exactly. Look, so from this entry right here to the highest point that it went before it just tanked, you were in profit 104 pips. 104 pips. If you don't take profit off of a 100 pip move, that's your fault. That's you not trading right, right? You know, that's you being greedy. Like, you know, we in an area where it could keep going down, right? But you take the opportunity. Soon as you get up 50 pips, you're supposed to have your trade at break even in this area, right? So, right, we keep going. It gave us 100 pips. And then what happened? It took 100 pips and it would have hit your stop loss right there. If you had a held through this, because you were still cool with the buy, it never broke. The good thing is, I don't think it ever broke and closed below your stop loss. So if you wanted to, you could have stayed in this, because, you know, like I said, the 100 was my stop loss, right? And if you had a held this, you still would have been ready for the buy. So that actually ended up being like, and you can see, it actually ended up being where it bought from. So let's go to the 15 minute. You know, you could have bought right here. The 15-minute impulse candle would have gave you the entry down here though. You know, so you would have been straight to hold that, but you would have had to sit through the drawdown. So that's how you want to trade that, you know. That's what you want to look for. That's how you want to react, right? Corey, from where you get the triangle, right here, under this icon, triangle right here. Here's your vector. Got multiple candle vector. It's about a 5 candle vector right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even gave you a 6, you know, to make the whole thing right here. So, It gave you a good setup for the entry over here. And then, you know, you trade it till you make a lower high, or you see impulse candle right here. Yep. Easy peasy. It take patience though, right? Because sometimes you go like even like Ken just said, like sometimes you are going to see some false moves, right? Nothing's perfect, so you can't. You might like just like this. We got in, and some people got in, and they thought it was ready to go back up, right? Which is why I told everybody to scratch this if they didn't take profit 100 pips up, because it wasn't ready, right? Wasn't ready. And another thing is, just because you see it on the 15-minute, you want to make sure you see it on the higher time frame. So, you want to always check to see what's going on with that. Like you start from the daily. Like I usually look at the daily first, right? So I already say, this was the first, this was the second, this is the third, right? This is an impulse candle, right? So I know I got people buying right here, right? I also know that 50% of this candle, impulse candle, needs to get filled. Where is that for this? Right around here, right? So if I'm a buyer, or if I want to buy, and I know on a daily, I'm coming near this 50%, right? Once it hits this 38.60, I know in the back of my head already that, all right, it's coming down, right? But it could have a potential buy set up anywhere between this 618, this 50 is when the light bulb comes on, but I want to see optimal entry between 618 and 786, which means at 3829.3 to 3847.7, if I see price come back down there, light bulb moment. I'm dropping to the 4-hour now, right? I'm dropping to the 4-hour and I'm saying, okay, cool. What is my candlestick telling me, right? The 4-hour candle and that daily candle is this, right? These are the daily candle that I just measured on the 4-hour from down here to right here. Before I even mention what I'm going to do about this, what I notice is this impulse candle right here, my 786 lines up with the imbalance on this particular candle right here. And also what you notice, if I drop my fibs on this, guess who's right by this 786? That 50% entry, right? So we're gonna take the daily off. Let's take the daily fib off, right? And we're gonna mark this, right? This is the daily fib for the optimal perfect entry right here on the daily. Oh, before I go any further, look at where this 618 is, right here. Anybody can tell me where this 618 is?
Golden ratio.
Huh?
Golden ratio.
Nah. I mean, you can say that, but I'm talking about this. This need to come from the team because y'all need to
On the
say
50%.
of this candle right here. And why is this candle important? Nobody. We
Do
out.
it, do it again. I was switching in between apps. So, we talking about again, Corey?
This candle right here. Why is this candle important?
Because it's right after the order block.
No,
Damn.
too far.
Because it's a confirmation candle.
Nope.
Is it that theory that you have the New York candle, London candle, other candle, the 3 candles that you look at first thing in the morning?
That is true. But we even simpler than that.
First
Is
candle
it
that
the
broke.
Impulse
kissing
candle
the kissing
out of
candles?
the breakout?
Yes, Trees.
Oh.
It's the impulse candle that broke these structure.
Good
So
job, babe.
Wait, I said the confirmation candle.
that's not the confirmation candle. That's not what that is. This is
Oh.
the candle that broke this zone right here. This candle broke out of this zone. The impulse candle that
yeah.
broke out of this zone. So another way you can use everything that I showed you guys is when you see a low, higher low, lower low, right? Those impulse candles near that area are important, but the ones that break zones are as well, because those are also when institutional bank orders are put in, right? So because they know that they put an order in down here, they also know that over here is going to be other people putting in orders, so they can grab those too, right? Everybody thinking it's going to sell still right here. They're going to grab those buy stop orders because remember, a buy stop, if you're selling right here, you just put in a buy order to close out your trade if it go against you, right? A sell order, all sell orders are wrapped in between buy orders. All buy orders are wrapped in between sell orders. So every time you put in a sell, when you sell a trade, you're also putting in 2 buy orders. You're putting in 1 buy order to be your stop loss, and you're putting in another buy order to be your take profit. If you put in a sell trade, right? That's if you put in a sell trade. If you put in a buy trade, you're putting in a single buy and 2 sell orders. You're putting in the buy order to get you in the trade, the sell order to be your stop loss, and a sell order to be your take profit. That happens all the time. That's how people, that's how they know where the liquidity is, right? All they do is see a bunch of people put stop losses in between 3906, right? And 3915, right? It's a bunch of stop losses around this area, right? So let's just say right here, 3912 to 3925, right? I'm gonna take some of those and then I'm drop, right? That's what just happened right here. The people who sold right here, they put their stop loss at break even, right? They took this whole move down. If they didn't close out, they left their order right up here. They came back up and said, ooh, I know it's money sitting around this area because a bunch of people sold right here. I know it's money right here. So I'm going to go up, grab some money, drop this, and then I'm going to come all the way back down here like they did right here. They looked over here to the left and they was like, dang, a bunch of people bought right here. Dang, a bunch of people sold right here. Dang, a bunch of people bought right here, right? That means that it's something on sale right here. It's some more on sale right here too. Fashion Nova discount, right? Dang, Fashion Nova got a sale on all lingerie for 70% off. I'm gonna buy right there. There we go. Huge impulse candle. They really tried to buy right here. They put the 50% off code right here. Came back with the 30% off code. No, they put the first attempt was right here at this candle, right? That was the 10% off. They tried to drop it again. They threw another sale on there. That was another 20% off. So we got 30% off sale, right? They put another one in, and we noticed because we have impulse candles with wicks, bullish engulfing, impulse candles with wicks. Here's when the real sale happened. This is the 60% off right here. So altogether, we're sitting around, what do I say? Don't worry about all that. But we got the big sale right here. They tried to sell it off again. They use these sell orders, right, which have buy orders associated with them, to take their TPs and use them to buy again. Right here, impulse candle, right? That's when they were like, cool, we put our first order in. That order was like 10 million. They put the next order in. This order was 20 million, right? But when they put these 10 million in, another 10 million came in to match it. So we didn't get a break. They put another 20 million in, right? Right? It started to go up, but then about 25 came in right here. They matched it again right here. And it tried to push up, right? So they put the opposite, whoever the opposite person is, they put 30 in right here, and they dropped it one more time, right? They couldn't get it to go any lower, right? They put another 40 in right here, right? Then they matched them on this candle, and they doubled their position, right? They needed to get a couple more orders around here, so they put the order block in right here. This is an order block. It's the down move before the up move. That's the order block. They needed to do that so they can entice some more people to sell, so they can put the last piece of their orders in to take the move up, right? They needed just a little bit more momentum to the downside to take those sell orders that had opposing buy orders, to buy those, stop them out, which is usually us retail traders right here, and then push the market up, right? That tells the whole story. So, right, this area, 718, 786, right? That's from the daily, right? Then we also got this 618 right here off of this break. Now I'm only gonna measure this 4-hour candle, the one that moves us up. How close are we to this? This is a 20 pip difference. That's almost microscopic difference, right? They usually line up, right? Then where is my zero? Remember zero? You remember this area right here? 618 of this impulse candle. The 50% of this impulse candle was right here. Where is my zero? That's why this is my first target, right? They pretty much line up with each other. This is 49.6. This is 47.6. They only 10 pips apart almost, right? Then, right, there's my 27. There is my 6.8. There's my 100. And I got the full expansion right here. Full expansion right there. Yep. Full expansion, right? This level, that's my 4-hour, right? And if I wanted to come back down and get a sniper entry on that, I could have got it down here somewhere. But I also know I could use this area if I miss That's why you never panic if you miss a move. You never panic. Just find the impulse. Find the impulse. That's all you got to do. If I got kicked out of this trade up here at 39.09, 38.99. When we got in on this candle, cool. I got kicked out. All right. Where's the next impulse move? We haven't had it yet on the 4 hour for sure. We had it on the 1 hour over here and over here, right? But then we had an opposing move, right? Follow the impulse. That means if you follow the impulse, you'll follow the bank. Plain and simple. So that breaks it all down. Like that break everything down. Like there's definitely more that I'm looking for and all that kind of stuff, but I mean everything can't come out in one time. So everything can't come out at one time. But how many candles do you need in order to consider a good buy entry? Yeah, I think I kind of went over that. Oh, you asked me that a long time ago. And then, okay, I answered that. Neil, Miss Tate answered the question about the FX choice. And I don't see anything else. I don't see anything else. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Does that pretty much answer everybody's questions?
Yep.
Again, bomb session, man. I appreciate it, man. You making us a beat, man.
That's the goal. That's the goal. It's
Yes,
enough.
I have to second that.
I'll third it.
My trading skills has really stepped up joining this team.
Absolutely.
I have to say. So I appreciate it.
Oh, I can tell.
Likewise.
This team is awesome.
I can tell, man. Like
I'm up 23% on my live account today.
Nice.
what?
I'm up 23% on my live account.
You are, Jamal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't even be hearing you on the session when you do it. But that's what's up, man.
I'm doing my thing.
That's what's up,
You
man.
said 23%
23
in one day.
one day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
what's
man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You in advance too?
Am I in advance?
Yeah, are you in advance too?
Nope.
Oh, that's what's
New
up.
to
You
this.
gonna get the
He just started like not too long ago. And then he disappeared, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that. he had to get stuff together. He had to get stuff together.
I'm rolling now, dog.
We had a long talk, man. We had a long talk.
Exactly. I got my mind together.
We had to have a long talk, man. But yeah, man. Like I tell y'all, if you back test this, back test more than you trade. You know, I always tell you that, man. So, you know, what up, Patch? Back test more than you trade, man.
so Kurt, how do you really take your money out of FX Choice and put it in another account,
Bitcoin.
another broker?
Just
Oh,
do a
Bitcoin.
transfer.
Okay.
Yeah. Do a Bitcoin transfer. I do everything through Bitcoin. There's some other brokers that let you do like Vload, and then Skrill, I think. And then if you have a Wanda, like I do, you can do directly into your bank account. But Bitcoin is usually what I'm gonna use.
Well, I transfer mine out of Bitcoin, but I have to do it in Cash App through Cash App first.
Yeah.
Check it out of my account, then put in Bitcoin.
No, you don't have to.
I
Your
have to do
account.
that.
Nah, you can just go straight into your other account because your other account is gonna have a wallet, and that wallet
Uh-huh.
is gonna have an address. You just need to go in your account and get your wallet address for that account. I'll show you
Hmm.
how to do it if on a I'll show you how to do it
Okay.
on your account if you yeah, I'll show you how to do it on your account.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it.
No, Corey, before you go, do you have a hard copy of the Candlestick Bible? I purchased one from Amazon. I think somebody just kind of like threw something together, like pulling articles and stuff off of the internet. And I need to know what it looks like. I need to see a hard copy of it.
A hard copy?
Yeah, because I have the e-copy, the ebook, but I needed a hard copy so I can write notes in it and
Do I have one?
yeah, so that I can physically see it.
No, I don't have a physical
Does
copy.
anybody have one?
Um, I got the PDF, and always if you need it,
What call again?
the
The
candlestick.
Candlestick Bible. I wanted a hard copy of it, so I bought one from Amazon, but I got duped.
You got to make sure first of all, if you guys don't have it, you got it in the Discord. So it's in the Discord under trading resources. And then you're gonna scroll up. Where is it? Candlestick. So okay, so it's either just remember where trading resources right here. And then if I guess it's in here in the library. In the library, that's where the rest of the books are. So dang, I don't even see it, right?
Yeah, I already have this version. I just wanted a hard copy, something I can, you don't want to be on your tablet or your phone all
You
night.
just passed it, Corey.
I did.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, right here, right here. Yeah, right here. Make sure did was it by this guy?
It said it was by him, but it's clearly not.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's the go
This,
back up more. That little green book because it has his name on it. That's why I bought that.
nah, this the one right here.
Okay.
Yep, this is it right here. Look inside. Yep, that's him.
Oh, the other person must have just kind of, I don't know, used his name or something.
Nah, this is it right here. This is definitely it right here. And it's only $8.99.
Yeah, the other one is
Hmm.
too, but it's not the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, the Kindle is $8.99. The paperback is 24. Probably can find it on sale. Oh, this is it right here, right?
No, it's another green book. It just has I can't pronounce his name on the front of it. And it
Oh,
says the Candlestick Bible, but that's not it. What I purchased is not it.
Maybe they have it at half price books, you think?
I never used it before.
I never heard of half price book, but I'll look there.
What?
No, ma'am.
Good thing. You really have- Need to go to half price books.
It takes it. Better get off of this.
Mhm. Hmm.
Okay.
Go back out
Time
to
to
it,
mind.
Corey. But I didn't read the reviews. Like when I had got kind of tired of reading from my tablet. And so I said, no, I need a paperback book. I need a book or something. And I just clicked. And that was the wrong thing to do.
Yep. Yep. All right. All right. All right. So I'm out of here. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
drop the link for the let me give you the link for the YouTube.